There you are, bucko. Welcome back to another mysterious and disturbing episode of creepy and scary TikToks that might just change your reality. I'm Jesky Chuck. Don't forget to hype your boy up, hit that like and subscribe button, and remember, this content is strictly for entertainment purposes only. Don't believe anything you hear or see on this video. With that being said, let's dive in. Oh my goodness, this woman took a baseball away from a kid. Oh, we just got through with the tennis CEO. Don't they know we got 4K 1000 zoom now?
So this is at the Marlins Phillies game last night. Harrison Bader hits a home run. The dad sees it, grabs the baseball, walks over, gives it to his son. We later find out it's his son's birthday. He's so happy. This woman comes over like a crazy person and is demanding the ball back. They caught her audio on video that someone was sitting behind them, and she was like, "You stole it from me. I had it first." It's a little kid. So the dad goes, "You know what? Fine. Take it. Get out of my face. Just go." This clip makes me sick. Like hugging his son and she's poking him. Shout out the Marlins. They see this clip. They give the kids some swag and some merch and like a little goodie bag. It was so cute. This woman comes over. She's like, "That was not right. We just wanted to offer you something." Like 10 out of 10 class. And then the Phillies, because they're the Phillies and Harrison Bader is the best, brings this kid and his whole family, signs a baseball bat for him, signs a ball. I mean, that's a pretty good birthday. I mean, I get more stuff and I get to meet Harrison Bader. But like, genuinely, what is wrong with you? I'm sorry. I don't know if I'm so far removed from the fandom at this point because it's my job. It is a baseball. It is literally a baseball, and you're going to pry it out of a kid's hands? No. Diabolical. Absolutely not. Shout out the Phillies, shout out the Marlins.
The internet has started a full-fledged Karen witch hunt for this lady after what she did last night. And boys, this is a bad look for her. So we got a home run in the Philly game. Look right here. She's grabbing for it. He gets it fair and square and goes back and gives it to his son. Look at him hug his son right here. Oh my, this is so precious. Oh, and then boom. He's ready to fly. Oh my God. A millisecond after he's having a great moment with his son, he's ready to duke it out with this Karen. She's in his face yelling at him. Kids obviously are like, "Dad, what the hell is going on here? Why is this crazy woman in your face yelling at you?" And he's like, "Son, we're going to figure this out. Just give me the ball out of your glove. I'm going to tell her to fuck off." Now, Karen may have won the battle, but boy, oh boy, did she lose the war. Because a little while after this all happened, a Marlins employee comes up to the kid and his dad and says, "That was not okay," and gives him this big-ass goodie bag of Marlins gear. And obviously, the crowd is going bananas. They love it. They hate the Karen. They love the kid. And on top of that, the Phillies notice that this whole altercation happened, so they invite the kid down to the locker room after the game and get him a Harrison Bader signed bat. Look at the whole family right here. They're so happy. But the icing on the entire cake is this. This guy, Marcus Lemonis, saw this on Twitter, and he was pretty outraged by it. And Marcus is the founder of Camping World. So Marcus says, "I'll send this young man and his family to the MLB World Series on me. And oh, you just won an RV as well. Hashtag Dad of the Year wins that one." So I guess this Karen stealing the kid's ball was actually the best thing that could have ever happened to him. But if I were Karen here and I saw that this dad was giving the ball to his kid, I would have just let it be. It's not that deep. That's like the golden rule of baseball. The internet has started a full-fledged...
Damn, they gave him a RV and world-class tickets? He could have that. She could have that ball. That's what's up. I'm happy for him. But a RV? That is amazing.
No way you can tell the animals in this phenomena isn't spiritual. Aside from dolphins being so sophisticated, they have unique whistle names, these unique frequency blasts that they communicate to each other with, and the weird historical rabbit hole that unicorns were probably real and terrible. And I'm not talking about rhinos either, more on that later. But I've been going down a spiritual animal phenomena rabbit hole that continues to prove to be satisfying. A mystifying goldmine of phenomena involving animals that seem spiritual. And show we're in the Truman Show like the Nephilim lab-created duck-billed platypus weirdo. This innocent-looking menace isn't real. Not only can it kick you and venomate you, it has no anti-venom because each venom is unique, and the venom makes you feel pain more. Also, it's a mammal that lays eggs and has no stomach. It sweats milk, glows in the dark, interacts with the electromagnetic field, and it hunts by sensing electric pulses and activity of other creatures. And aside from no stomach, it has no teeth, so it grinds up food with rocks in its mouth. Anyway, moving on from the venomous duck beaver that scientists thought was a hoax that was stitched together when they first found out about it, to the venomous paralysis turtle, a turtle that can bite you and give you paralysis. Aside from poisonous turtles, some turtles have a super violent teleportation quick-like head thrash that if you're trying to move them, they can actually bite your finger. Some can bite your fingers right off. Like the 150-pound armored tank alligator snapping turtle. That definitely could bite your finger or hand off. But still not nearly as fast as the Peacock mantis shrimp punch. which, by the way, it's none of those three things, neither a peacock, a mantis, or a shrimp. Yet its punch is 50 times faster than the blink of an eye and actually heats the surrounding water around it to reach temperatures of the sun. Pound for pound packing the most punch, it also has the most sophisticated visual system of any predator on Earth. Also, the punch is so fast, it's literally faster than the blink of an eye. The only way you can see it is in slow motion. Speaking of the ocean, life in the Matrix here on TikTok, you may have seen lots of seals joining people's kayaks or cruises just to chill. Or the terrifying rivers and swamps of water buffalo swimming right beneath you. Have you ever seen what that would look like? It would look like a huge dragon emerging from beneath you. By the way, there are super detailed accounts in history all over the place of the mega rivalry between dragons and elephants. Dragons versus trained war elephants, and the specific details about how the dragons would wrap their tail around the legs of the elephant and then attack their eyes. All fascinating warfare strategies and hidden history that's real. A time of warfare and magic technology. How about animal mind control wizards of the past by using frequency technologies, like the story of the Pied Piper? Royal bloodline knowledge, specific frequencies and tones that he could play and control the minds of the mice. Or people. Still happening today. All this warfare, magic, and technology is very Tartarian in the past. And what I find fascinating is literally putting this and Tesla plots and technology into 80s cartoons. The show's not important, but He-Man frequently has these themes. Even one episode, technology specifically called the Variable High Frequency Oscillator, which was a frequency weapon to control the minds of animals and weaponize them. Always esoteric themes, and even fighting a multi-headed underwater robot dragon to break into a lair to then fight a real dragon called the Kraken. Guardians to Secret Places, the sword that connects to the ether, the whole ether world, the Knights Templar logo cross, and also mermen and lots of mer beings. But one of the most fascinating themes is how they talk about a population had taken over this city with great buildings and technology, and they weren't exactly sure who the builders were and how they had just found it all and they inhabited it. Sounds pretty familiar. Also, beings in stasis waiting to be awakened, beings that can just turn into orbs, like the orbs we see all the time, just turn into those orbs and fly around and then back into their human form. Flying temples was another fascinating one, as well as crystal technology, cloaked cities, statue weapons, weapons that turn people into statues or even can turn statues into living things to fight for them. Think terracotta warriors. And even certain animals being sentient and can talk, but only certain ones. Normal animals can't talk in that world. All the popular conspiracy and esoteric TikTok points from a cartoon 40 years ago. I started to wonder why in most countries you can walk through the woods and there's a chance you might see some sort of wild monkey or ape type being, but not really here in the United States. Even south of us, down in South America or Mexico, this is true. Most countries, there's some sort of monkeys. Why aren't they in the United States? Again, if you look it up, it'll tell you that Florida and Texas, there's a few populations of wild monkeys. It seems like there's some magical line that they just stopped crossing north. Although there may be Bigfoot or maybe even Yeti in Canada. Or the chance you'll see the rare, huge, mystical, sentient-like, majestic white mountain goat. Total rare find and score, and it looks like it's wise and could probably talk. All these glorious beasts are similar to the concept in the past, like if you had never seen an elephant or some sort of huge beast like a giraffe before, how amazing it would be. And even with King Solomon and Sheba in that account, there was beasts that they had never seen before. When Sheba came and she saw everything, it was a marvelous sight. And if you were wondering why you would probably think a kangaroo is a demon, I'll cover that in the future. Or why the capybara is the ultimate swamp boss, you can't touch this, MC Hammer status, G mode. Also not a demon maybe, but there is this fascinating piece of terror known as the Shoebill Stork. This up to no good looking 5-foot tall demon stork eats baby crocodiles. Also, I'm only halfway through my bullet point, so just like the Alaskan wood frog, I'm gonna have to freeze. But did you ever think it was weird how they just completely freeze for the entire winter and then thaw out like it's all good and start living again like nothing happened? I'm gonna jump right back in next time with the ferocious and mystical unicorn being real, and tons more just like this. Stay mysterious. Peace.
On every continent of buildings that are much, much larger than you would think people of our height would build.
Cities in America that look as though they were constructed in medieval Europe.
The outside's incredible, but the inside is built like a palace.
I'm not sure if there were even any schools of architecture back then.
How did they know how to do this stuff?
We're at the pinnacle of our civilization now. This is the best it gets. The best we've ever done. Look at the quality of these walls.
Now you'll go through a neighborhood and every home looks the same.
Had we known we're going backwards, everyone would be pissed.
As an architect of 20 years, I like to look at a building as telling its own story
like to say that stones don't lie.
And they're giving us timeline of like a year. It was built in a year.
The history that we've been told is a lie.
Why would a regular-sized human make something so massive?
How did they build that beautiful, beautiful building? Was that building here longer?
I feel like the building was here already.
What was actually in the towers? What kind of technology was up there?
These buildings were built by the prior civilization.
A beautiful, easy, graceful method of travel flushed down the drains.
Nope, no more airships.
And they have to lie to us about it. They had to write the storybooks. We learned about one fire, the Chicago Great Fire.
There were fires in every major city.
Burned to the ground.
It's impossible for any stone building to be burning down.
What's being kept from us is huge.
What a world it must have been.
So there's literally been a cover-up of history more than one way.
Could Edinburgh be one of the most preserved Tartarian cities left standing? I do love Scotland.
Could Edinburgh in Scotland be one of the most preserved Tartarian cities left standing? As you can see, there's old world style buildings just about everywhere you look. And then we see what could be an ether energy antenna. Is that just the top and the rest is underground? And speaking of antennas, how cool is this one? And then this is inside one of the cathedrals. Of course, there's giant-sized ceilings and architecture we could never reproduce today. And then there's that giant organ, which could have been at one time supplying healing energy for the whole city. You can see a modern building there, which looks like it was literally modelled on crap. Doesn't compare at all to the older structures, does it? But yeah, definitely a gothic vibe here, and a reminder of what once was.
I gotta go to Edinburgh. Definitely add it to the bucket list. How crazy are those old world structures? Leaked footage of something strange inside the European Ocean.
Y'all check out this video somebody sent me in my inbox. Leaked footage of the Europa Ocean, which is one of Jupiter's moons. They say that these life forms are all under the ice in the ocean. Tell me what y'all think.
Oh, Europa. Oh, wow. I doubt that.
All right, y'all check out this video I just ran across. If you look closely, there's some type of being walking out of this UFO. Now, this video right here, I'm trying to understand what's going on. Maybe y'all can help me out with this one. Look at the doors closed on the UFO, and the UFO going to take off. Look at that. Boom. Now pay attention to the being that's left and watch what happens with him.
Wow, that was crazy. He looked left and right and then watched this little twinkle. Fat beamed him straight up.
And then we just got those Catholic-looking offering bags. We always had the Kentucky Fried Chicken buckets. And I was hesitant, but I kind of looked both ways and I slipped it in that bag. But since then, it doesn't make any smalls. It doesn't make no mediums. It only makes these lemons. The 10% that we give to God leaves me the 90% left over. I don't think I could live on 100% anymore. You've seen a little of my lifestyle. Man, God makes that 90% that he leaves me with. He blesses that. When he blesses something, he makes more out of it than it is. Like when he was with the 5,000, he brought the fish and the loaves. He held that snack up to God and thanked him for the snack. And then then the snack was multiplied. My 90 that I keep, God turns into 125 or maybe 140. Maybe he might make that 140% instead of 90. But I couldn't live on 100%. Yeah, 100% I don't think would pay what I need to pay every month. The best thing you can do for your business is tithe. Yeah.
So this is true you tithed on.
Oh, basketball-sized lemons. I would like to see what it looks like when he cut it inside. One of those could make a gallon of lemonade.
This liquid crystal masks sometimes an error. It's an alien civilization that try to fool us. We have these glitches in their masks, mimic the structure of the skin and affected even the performance of the mask. The most advanced mask is likely operated via complex electronic control systems. They use precision to manipulate a liquid crystal, a temporary glitch in the mask. This can cause a temporary fall down from the mask and bring a glitch in the mask.
Liquid crystals, so that's what it's called when they're reptilian shape-shifting.
Pick up the pace! The soul generator is just beyond the ice wall. I truly hate those wretched humans, but damn do they make good coffee. Now aren't you all a sight for sore eyes? But seriously, I'm so glad you could all join for this evening's celebration.
The island is just past that bay. Jeffrey said he'd meet us on the dock.
I said more chemtrails, you imbecile!
The truth is scarier than fiction.
This Templar cross. All sorts of crosses down through here, right? You see up there how that deity, with a sword, how he's standing there? How many times have I shown you all empty chambers like that? That one's got a key. He's holding a key. That one's holding a sword. But, I mean, yeah, this one's wild. That looks like a fleur-de-lis, right? Fleur-de-lis? But all of this, I mean, look at all these. I don't know if these are supposed to be disciples. Oh, he's a Templar, for sure. That dude's a Templar. Matter of factly. The cross. Look at all of them going all the way up, right? And they're connected.
This building is insane. I believe this is one giant copper door. I can't even fathom how someone could make this.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there'd be 18, 18, 36. 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43. Does Yeshua make 43? I don't know.
You know, in the book they talk about the elders too, like there's elders in heaven. So that might, was that the elders? I don't know. But where is this? What is this place called?
Everybody has that one thing in their house that everybody thinks is so cool. Could be a hidden cabinet, little movie room, gadget, but ours is this.
They aren't even hiding it no more. All right, who is this evil individual? Festes Caloca? He's up to no good, I can tell you that. Temples of Rome. What on earth? This looks looking like it's getting disturbing. Yeah, they were conducting the cathodes. I can tell you they are definitely up to no good in this photo. And in the back, the Antichrist is what people call him.
This is Glorilla, and she had to wear this mask during the Coachella. This is Glorilla, and she had to wear this mask during the Coachella performance. They have to do the mask ritual where they are disfigured to show the evil entity that is working through them. And this
Dang, that's scary. I didn't know about this. Do y'all see this? Look. I can definitely tell you that ain't her idea.
Rilla, and she had to wear this mask during the Coachella performance. They have to do the mask ritual where they are disfigured to show.
I haven't heard one Gorilla Song, Glorilla, forgive me, whatever. I haven't heard one song. I couldn't tell you what's going on, but the kids shouldn't be listening to that.
The evil entity that is working through him. And this is Kai Cenat. He did this on one of his streams. He put this on and chased the guy around the room and did all of this. So this is all a part of what they have to do. And Weekend, he did he brought the robot on stage and did his whole concert around it just to show it. And then he wore this. So they're showing you that they are no longer operating under their power.
Dang.
These burial mounds right here I came across inside this cemetery. This all gets pushed back into this hill right here. You guys have came with me on my lives before. I showed all these burial mounds going underneath the hills. This is another one right here. Two of them back to back. This is probably where they did some kind of ritual or something. That's why the floor pattern's all like that. What's the name of this site? This is
that floor pattern.
The floor pattern's all like.
This floor pattern is screaming rituals, doesn't it? Up to no good.
That. What's the name of this site? This is in a cemetery. It's literally, these are just two tombs sitting. That's the crematorium right here. This is just sitting behind it. Yo. Yeah, they use these patterns. These are all like, look, here's the Templar cross. You see the Templar on the doorknob? Yo. I mean, it's all hollow in here. There's no bodies or anything loaded.
I'm just waiting for something to come around that corner like, what do you want?
All right, y'all, look down. This is a big one. This is a weaponized system to the max right here. Y'all want to know how it works? Look. Don't just freaking walk by these things. Look, be aware. You see these markings? These ain't graffiti. This is a coded grid system. And what you're looking at right here, this isn't for utilities. This is resonance tech. You got 4 lines, each with a circle right in the middle. That's a 4-pulse harmonic system. It's a rail. It's like a tuning fork etched into concrete. Every person that walks across it, they get scanned, realigned, and disrupted without ever knowing. Each of those circles, that's a frequency node. And those red verticals, that's a data stream. They're not pulling pipes, they're pulling patterns. Your breath, your pace, your aura. Now, look over here. This chalk that says PX2 COM2. Yeah, that's not random neither. That's internet node language. PX2 is a pulse exchange module. COM2 is a communications route. This sidewalk is officially coded for live human signal monitoring. You think it's just paint? It's a damn uplink. Now, look over here by the column. Same markings. Same markings. Stack triple digits. Got them everywhere. Here's your triples. This is a 4-pulse system where it continues into the route. Now, and this is where it tells you the danger is. Arc flash means this box sends bursts of energy, literal invisible discharges that can burn skin, knock you out, or even worse. But what they don't tell you is it also throws resonance pulses into the field. Not just physical danger, energetic disruption, guys. This is a weaponized tuning station disguised as a utility box. This is how they condition crowds. Pulse fear, control flow. It isn't science fiction. It's right here on our sidewalks, guys. And now you see it. I just walked you through a resonance trap hidden in plain sight. And I want you to see the resonance field at live work. That's why it bends the light. That's why there's such, you see how it literally, the light is behind the box, right? But it's bending it in front of it. Do you see this resonance stream in live time? I want you to look at that scalar bleed through.
This must be what Sabrina was talking about.
The gigantic anthropoid outer coffin of Queen Ahmose-Meritamon next to an average-sized Egyptian man. It measures 3.14 meters in height and is superbly crafted from cedar planks that are skillfully joined. Ahmose-Meritamon was the sister and great royal wife of King Amenhotep I.
Do you guys think she was really that big, or they just put a lot of extra stuff in there? She might have been really that big if they can hit it with a LiDAR scan and see a skeleton structure inside.
Alright folks, take a look at this video. Recently captured out of Florida here. Looks like some more strange activity from our increasingly strange sun. Or whatever it is in the sky these days. Let me know what you think and question everything.
Okay, so that half moon thingy right there, I thought it was just the light, but it's not moving, which means it's stationary. What is it? It's changing position, whatever it is. Oh, it's changing shape now. What is it? It's not moving with the camera, so it's not a light thing. Look at that. It looks like a planet with like an eclipse going on or something. What did I just watch? What did I just watch? Like, I'm not one for conspiracy theories, but what the hell is that? Like, it's not in the camera lens. Look, it's not moving. It's just below the sun. I don't know what that could be. Honestly, with everything going on nowadays, if someone told me a new planet's here and there's aliens coming off of it and blah-de-da, I'd be like, sure, why not? Honestly, nothing phases me anymore. What is it? What is it?
I'm not sure what exactly it is. It's definitely a mystery and unexplained. But what an absolutely gorgeous scene. I'm not sure if this is a sunrise or a sunset. Man, it must be nice. Put your feet up and overlook that. I'll be right with you. This planet's invading us? Alright, whatever.
Everything that you waiting on is in your mind. Remember on the Wizard of Oz, they say you had the power to go home all the time. It was all in your head. You see what I'm saying? So when I went up on the biggest mountain, I said, am I going to rise? My Kundalini going to rise? They say if you wanted to or if you ready.
That brother hot in there, sweating.
What the f? Who would cover one of those up? What the?
They're just clowning us at this point of the old world architecture. Yeah. Oh my goodness. But I'll take an Italian beef to go. Make sure you give me a cup of that juice I can dip it in.
Well, first of all, God is everything, so he is like everything. He is everything. There's nothing that he isn't like.
Is he like a man?
I don't know. Everything, he lives in everything. Everything on this earth.
I can't describe to you the feeling that it gives you when your son says to you, can't you feel it? God is everywhere. I'm going with God. I'm waiting for God to come and get me. It isn't a happy thing at all, or an inside. It's a death wish. And I tried talking sense to him. I said, Jimmy, you don't see God till you die. But he couldn't see that at all. He believed that he was seeing it right now.
You can join the army, you can go to war, you can get a gig working as an engineer and become a vegetable, and you can drive to work in your own car, your own big metal box. This looks absurd. People in their metal boxes like going all over from job to job, frustrated, uptight.
They're not metal anymore. They're plastic boxes now, buddy.
What joy is there in life? Life is and should be ecstasy. Being alive should be a joy, and it's a drag for most people because they never had a chance to figure it out for themselves what they wanted to do.
You definitely don't want to put anything extra into your body or temple that you don't need. But those were some wise words that young man was saying. I hope everything works out for him.
You can broadcast something from your brain, and it can affect somebody else's brain. There's a cell tower way over there someplace that's broadcasting a frequency. How does that frequency get to my cell phone? I'm in a building. The frequency goes through solid steel. Your brain frequency does the same thing. Your brain frequency is in a space called the 0 point field where there's no time or space. So when you broadcast something from your brain, it's instantaneously everywhere at the same time. If you broadcast what you desire and what you want on the right frequency band, in the right way, it will vibrate molecules in the physical universe and change the attraction of these molecules so that what you want starts to physically materialize.
I was doing one of these videos and a video like that popped up where he said something like that, but it was also along the lines about you continuously thinking about an idea. You're impregnating that idea, and you just every day you thinking about it, it's going to materialize, y'all. Keep at it. Do you trust your wife this much? I wouldn't let Legolas from the Lord of the Rings try to aim that close.
POV, I convinced my dad he's a wanted man on the news to see how he would react.
They have framed me. They have framed me. I am suing. What news is this? Whatever video they have is fake. It's IA or AI, whatever it's called.
I started sending him more. Then I started ignoring him.
Answer your phone. Pick up your phone.
POV, I convinced my dad.
Leave that man alone. This video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. Do your own research on everything. This is just theories and ideas, nothing factual.
Do you want to know why my video of celebrity hands went viral? Do you want to know why my video of celebrity hands went viral? It's because I'm right. It's because a majority of the population know that this is absolutely abnormal. You're telling me this hand transformation is just from weight loss? Guys, come on, I don't think so. You people act like I don't have aunts and uncles and grandparents and great-grandparents and sisters and moms and me. We all age. My hands have never changed. This is not... What the heck? And a lot of you also mentioned age. I mean, let's be honest. How much could Hailey Bieber have possibly aged between this picture and Peep the Hands? in this picture? Let's be honest. And I'm not talking about fingernails. I'm talking about the joints of the fingers. How? She has extremely long fingers. All of a sudden though. And same with Cynthia Erivo. You're telling me prior to Wicked, her and her hands looked like this? Completely normal. And then all of a sudden, we're seeing this. I'm telling you guys, this is very inhuman. This is...
Nah, they had to edit that. She's got the Mutombo hands, block a Michael Jordan basketball shot.
Otherworldly. This is not anything I have ever seen.
That has to be edited. There's no way.
Seen before. Totally bizarre. What is going on? No. I'm showing you actresses who haven't lost a ton of weight. I'm showing you actresses who haven't aged 2 decades. Yet many of their hands look like this. Call me crazy all you want, but I'm telling you right now, this is absolute insanity and it's not normal.
Yeah, those hands do look a little pale, but it could be because of all the makeup she got on and, you know, I don't know. Those are some nice boots she got on though. What is that, Gucci? I'm not mad at her. Deaf girl lip reads Denzel Washington asserting his boundaries at Canes? I don't know what this is, but we're gonna play it.
Hey, you're the one who grabbed me, right? Let me tell you something. Stop. You ever put your hands on me again, and that'll be... I'm warning you. You heard me, right? Okay. Stop. You got me? Stop.
Why are they grabbing this man? Haven't they seen Man on Fire? Training Day? Look at this guy. He loves it. He's just happy he's got Denzel in front of his face yelling at him. Whatever Denzel does to him, he wins.
You heard me, right? Okay.
And then look, he grabs him again. He's like, I want more of that energy. Would he be liable to bow right then because he told him no, or is that self-defense? I don't know. I'm probably in the wrong.
What I found was this, is that the existence of just one negative emotion that you will not let go of for whatever reason, and the reason is always an ego reason, the reason is always has to do with your own ego, will cause you to stay in the same place and spin your wheels and go in circles for the rest of your life. But you all know people who are talented, who have opportunities, good educations, and so on and so forth, and their life just goes around in circles. They just seem to be spinning. They've got everything going for them, and they just continually have problems. Why is it? Almost invariably, and this is what all psychoanalysis does, all psychotherapy, is they've got one negative emotion locked on, and the negative emotion they have locked on is blame. There is somebody that they are still blaming for something. There's somebody that they are not going to let off the hook because that son of a gun did something to them. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about, because we're all in the same boat. We're all human beings. The reason this makes sense to you and I is because we do have a tendency to fall in love with our suffering. We do have a tendency to gunny sack and to think that part of our humanity is all these negative emotions. We do have a tendency to see that other people are responsible. Other people have hurt us. They did cost us money. They did hurt us in a relationship. But the key to peak performance, the key to happiness, the key to success is to use the law of substitution and knock those negative emotions out of the box. By the very first time you think of anything that causes you any stress, you say, I am responsible. Wait a minute, I am responsible. I am responsible. I am responsible. I like myself and I am responsible. I like myself and I am responsible. And nothing outside of me is going to disrupt my peace of mind. I am in charge of my emotional life. I am responsible. You are responsible.
I am responsible. I am responsible. I am in control. Yeah, they did us wrong. Yeah, they won't text us back. Yeah, they won't call us back. Yeah, they ignore us. Yeah, they give us a weird look. Yeah, they say side remarks to us all the time. Sneak remarks, sneak dissing. We pluck them off like a leaf that's not getting no light to the plant. We need more energy to the other stuff in our life.
Y'all, we have something to tell y'all. We're not the real us.
Stop glitching. Stop glitching. You got two different eyes.
How big a deal is that, and what do markets see in that?
District 9, that's the movie. What in District 9 is going on here?
Look, that one look like it's leaking. Don't look like black coming out of it. You got two.
District 9. Was it based on a true story? I don't know.
Hey, brother. You hungry? Yes, sir. You ain't got to dig in the garbage. What you want to eat? You can have what you want, whatever you want. Huh? Did you get that food from the garbage? Yeah. Throw it back in the garbage, brother. Yeah. What is that? Yeah, just put it in the garbage. Come on, we're going to get you some. You don't have family?
I do not. My mother is all the way out in Far Rockaway. My dad is in Maryland.
What's your name again?
Carlos.
My name is Romeo. What you want?
Can I get a lamb over rice and a soda?
Is that all you want?
I don't want to be greedy.
No, you good.
A hot dog. Thank you so much.
It's no problem, man.
No, Carlos. Michelle always said tears don't change the perspective of a person. But thank you. Overflow. That means a lot. I have to scavenge through the garbage. Looking for food, go on my way back. Thank you so much. White sauce and a little hot sauce.
Here you go, man.
Thank you so much.
God bless you, all right?
Yes, sir.
Hey, bro.
I've been hungry before. I know how it feels.
All right, let's get it. This video will be titled, Why They Push the World to Speak English, the Language of Gibberish. You ever wonder why the whole world had to learn English? I mean, really think about it. For a planet full of thousands of languages, why this one? Why was English chosen as the global tongue? It wasn't by accident, and it wasn't because it was the most efficient, or the most expressive, or even the most ancient. No, it was chosen because it's an inverted language. And not just a little bit. I'm talking about a language that was designed from its very inception to disconnect you from nature, from truth, and from resonance. See, most people don't realize that language is a frequency. Language is spellcraft. Every word you speak is like casting a vibration into the field. So what happens when the very structure of your language is built on a mirror? Where things don't mean what they should, and sounds don't flow like they do in nature. And literally everything, or 70% of the words that you speak that you think mean one thing, literally mean the opposite. Not around. Serious. See, most people don't realize that language is frequency. You get a planet of people trying to resonate with a universe that literally can't understand them. Let me explain. Languages like ancient Druidic, Aramaic, Sanskrit, they were living languages. Their letters flowed like water. The sounds they made echoed the movements of natures, the wind, the waves, the rustling of trees. The Druids, for example, would name their trees by the sound their leaves made when the wind touched them. That's how in tune they were. That's the resonant language. That's what it means to be in harmony with creation. Now compare that to English. Rigid, boxy, clipped, monosyllabic. It's a Frankenstein of older tongues, Latin, Germanic, French, Hebrew, all jumbled and twisted. But more than that, it's intentionally reversed. Now take the word queen. People think it means royalty. Women all over the world calling themselves queens like it's empowering. But in Old English, queen literally meant whore. Look it up. It comes from the word Seween, a woman of low morals. Now take the word. Most of us think it's the dirtiest word you can say to a woman. But if you trace it back to its ancient African and patriarchal roots, it was a sacred word, a title of reverence. It was used to refer to the divine feminine, the sacred portal, the place of life and wisdom. So the bad word actually meant divine woman.
This is crazy, y'all. You know, I never said that C word in my life. Like, I admit, I said the F word, but the C word, you know, I don't see too many brothers that say that C word. I'm just being real with y'all.
And the good word meant prostitute. This isn't coincidence. This is intentional inversion. Now, what if I told you maybe 50, 60, or even 70% of the English words are like this, where the common modern meaning is the exact opposite of the original, where the vibration is stripped, reversed, mocked, and deadened. Words like evil used to be live, spelled backwards. God is dog in reverse. Grammar is from grimoire, meaning spell book. Spelling is literally spell casting, and you think that it's just a clever wordplay? No, this is literally design. So who designed it? Huh? You ever thought about that? Let's go back, really far back, to the Phoenicians. Seafaring merchants, master traders, the ones who controlled the Mediterranean and lied to the world, telling them the earth was flat so no one else would explore their routes. They were the original tricksters, and their fingerprints are all over modern power structures. But here's what
I thought there was more meat to be eaten in this video, to be honest with you, but
nobody talks about. They didn't just arrive in power, they came after a great catastrophe. Some say it was a flood, others say a solar strike or a pole shift. Whatever it was, the world was shattered, civilizations were lost, memory was fragmented, and then, what do you know, the Savior showed up. We see this pattern over and over. After a world-ending event, mysterious godlike beings appear to help. Enlil, Inky, Quetzalcoatl, Viracocha. They bring order, law, language, civilization. But what they really bring is control, structure, and systems. And the Phoenicians, they followed the exact same pattern. I wouldn't be surprised if they were a continuation, maybe a descendant, an avatar of those older Metatronic beings. They didn't create the Metatronic overlay, they inherited it. Took it up on a mantle, perfected it, and rolled it out across a post-cataclysmic world that had forgotten itself. There is evidence that Phoenicians came from ancient Ireland, the Tuatha de Danann, perhaps, the Shining Ones. That's a whole nother rabbit hole, but it tracks, because what we're really talking about is recurring archetype, one that surfaces after every fall, every collapse, every reset, the architects of inversion. And they didn't just stop with trade routes, they became royalty. From the Phoenicians came the Merovingians, the Carolingians, and from them Charlemagne, whose bloodline spread like wildfire through all of Europe. Then came Johann William Frizzo, a lesser known figure but critical, because every single European monarch alive today descends from him. I'm talking about kings and queens of England, Spain, Sweden, Denmark, the Netherlands, Belgium, Luxembourg, Monaco, you name it. One bloodline, all related, all from the same source. A Metatronic network of rulers cloaked in royalty, dressed in culture, hiding behind a pageantry and crowns, but all singing the same inverted song. So back to English. Why is this the global language? Because It's the final form of that inversion. It's the Tower of Babel 2.0. It looks unified, but it's confused. It sounds intelligent, but it's hollow. It's spread around the world because when you speak it, especially if it's the only language you know, your spells don't land. Your prayers are distorted. Your affirmations are getting scrambled in the ether. You're literally speaking in reverse intent. Think about that. You're literally speaking in reverse intent. That is literally what the English language is. When your words are reversed, your reality is too. That's why the world feels backwards. That's why nothing makes sense. That's why culture, law, medicine, education, everything is upside down. Because the code behind it all is upside down. And until we see that, until we reclaim our language, our resonance, and our connections to nature, we'll keep trying to manifest heaven while speaking hell. So no, it's not just a language, it's a system.
That was pretty good. Okay, he revved it up at the end.
And that system was built to keep you out of resonance, out of power, and out of tune. Now that you know, the real question is, what language does your soul speak?
Hebrew, Paleo-Hebrew. You got Hebrew in the middle line. I thought you was going to talk about it more. Here it is, guys. This is a gem. You might want to screenshot this and send it to all your friends and family. The constellations aren't what you think they are. They're the original Paleo-Hebrew.
You need a what?
$10 bill.
You need a $10 bill for this?
Yep.
Like change, you mean?
No, I want me a $10 bill.
Ah, okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, that's how you keep your money?
Yep.
All crumbled up and stuff. I need to iron this.
You iron that later on, man. I need my $10 bill.
Yeah, I hear you. That's crazy. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You need a $10 bill, you said?
Yep.
There you go.
What the hell? You're right.
I'm trying to tell you. Have a good day.
All right, man.
I was gonna see if we can get you put in the schedule for a paint job.
Where's those money?
Excuse me?
Where's those money? I don't have any money to pay.
It'd be for only $1.
For $1?
$1.
Did you see how quick she hit her pockets for $1? That's what's up, man. All right, guys, this should be a good one. 250 billion years ago, when fallen angels destroyed Stargate 12.
Years ago, when fallen angelics destroyed Stargate 12, they had control of this time matrix for several million years, and they were dominating everything they got their hands on. Worse than that, there were two groups of them. You had draconian ones that are out of the fallen seraphim, and you had the Anu ones, the Anu Elohim ones, that were out of the fallen Elohim. Elohim Elohim were the founders race, and one group of them got all messed up. They became the Anu Elohim. It was kind of interesting the way it went down, where the fallen seraphim draconian races that were originally of Vega in Lyra, in density 4, they started raiding certain areas and taking over planetary, like liquid light, we're talking liquid light dimensions here, planetary systems there, and started to work their way down the densities. This made the fallen Anu Elohim on a planet called Lyra Avion very nervous, and they petitioned the Elohai and the High Councils of the Brenau to destroy the draconian races because they were posing a threat. The draconians hadn't done anything so bad yet that it warranted destroying them. The founders know you can't destroy something. You have to heal it one way or the other. I mean, if you destroy it, you just turn it back to space dust, and it has to re-evolve back through a form again anyway. Because we're all connected, we're all in God, we're all part of God. You can't make it go anyplace else. You can't send it off into a criminal camp in some other cosmos, because there isn't another cosmos. It's all taken.
I'm convinced. I've watched some videos where people mentioned a worship gene. I'm not saying that there's a worship gene in people. I'm thinking there's the exact opposite. There was something that would connect you to the Father, but during some type of DNA manipulation to some people, they snatched that out. So it's got them thinking that in Sector 9, Milky Way, 85 billion years away, that stuff is going on because their mind just can't fathom what's right above us. I'm convinced there's at some point, it was, I don't know if it was 2,000 years ago, 3,000 years ago, but it was no longer than 4,000 years ago. Some type of DNA, somebody messed with some of the humans on Earth, and they took out the gene that gives them the reality. That's what I'm thinking. Because I'm convinced. Because some people just do not. It just does not make sense to them that the Father's right above us. They just cannot accept it.
In place within God. So the answer to their request of will you destroy this race was no, but we will help to rehabilitate it. The Anu Elohim, being just as messed up as the Draconians were, didn't like the answer. They decided that they knew better, and they decided to get rid of council who would stop them from trying to destroy the Draconian races. So they figured out a way to backrun the frequencies from Gate 11, which was in Lyra Avion.
Gate 11? How do you get this information? What tablet, what manuscript are you transferring this from? Like, it's a great Stargate Star Wars movie. I like to see it, but I am just completely baffled. Because if we're on this rock that's going, how fast is it going? How fast does the Earth spin? For entertainment purposes only, just kidding. 1,000 miles per hour. All right, the Earth is going 1,000 miles per hour. At what point do you think you can look up to heaven? Like, you got to catch it every second. All right, there it is. There it is. Heaven's right there. Because we're spinning, y'all, right? Where's heaven? So it's impossible for me to understand this stuff. That's why I be trying to pull the meat from it.
These were the 3' gate planets. You had Vega in D10 that had gate 10. You had Avion in D11, had gate 11. And you had Arimatena, which was the one Earth is connected to, in D12. And that was a 12th dimensional gate. And they're all in Lyra. They were Lyra planets. Now, because the Anu Elohim didn't like the response of, no, we're not going to destroy the Draconian races, they decided they'd take matters into their own hands. They reversed the fire letters enough in gate 11 to back run them up into gate 12, and it imploded the morphogenetic structure, or the core template of gate 12, which made it inoperable. That sealed everything into this time matrix until that gate could be fixed. Nothing was going to ascend back out. They could get up to gate 11, but they couldn't get 250.
That's all we have for today's video. If you made it this far, the code word is Tuesday Motion. Drop Tuesday Motion in the comments below. Lets me know you're a real one. You're just not some random that's just dropping in here. And I thank you, man. This was the most disturbing videos on the internet today. See you tomorrow. Could this be a demon tomb? Let's find out.
Wait, 나와서. क्यों क्या वो हाथ पकड़ना क्या हाथ पकड़ना क्या क्या यहाँ पर यार ऐसा कुछ ही नहीं यहाँ से मत करो कहाँ से ये नोट करो
What is he chopping at? Is he trying to wake the demon up? I have no idea what's going on here. And I don't think demons need tombs.
It looks like Pandora's box. It looks like an omen. Oh my gosh. It looks
like Medusa with like snakes for hair.
It's like Pandora.
There's definitely some snakes going on here and the top. Yeah, I'm definitely seeing snakes. I'm not sure what this flap is going on the side, you know, but definitely snake Medusa vibes.
We're going back inside. Oh my god, nobody is gonna ever believe this. Oh my god, nobody is gonna ever believe this. Oh shit. Alright, we're going back inside. Oh my god, nobody is gonna ever believe.
What is it? Is it a crocodile? More unexplained videos. Water wizardry.
Experiment shows the levitational powers of the vortex in the egg shape. This is an egg on a string here, in a stream of water. And we see that the egg's been sucked into the stream and actually rotates opposite to the stream. It's rotating upstream. So let's see again, go in reverse to the flow. The same principle was used by Victor for experimental flying discs. In the implosion motor, a diamagnetic field was developed which made the lifting power possible. In 3 minutes it climbed to a height of 15,000 meters and attained a horizontal speed of 2,200 kilometers per hour. It could hover motionless in the air and could fly as fast backwards as forwards. This flying disc had a diameter of 50 meters. In all truth, this invention flew with almost unbelievable success. It climbed straight up into the air so suddenly that unfortunately it hit the workshop ceiling and crashed to the ground in pieces. In Schauberger's writings, he relates one ancient practice that had survived up to his time, and that was called the practice of clay singing. When Schauberger first heard about this, he went over to visit an old farmer, and he heard the farmers singing, and he thought the farmer had gone mad. He went and checked it out, and he saw him stirring just clear water in a barrel. Get a vortex going in one direction, then reverse it the other way. And he would throw like little handfuls of loamy soil in every now and then. And on the counterclockwise stir, he would sing upscale from very deep bass up to high falsetto, and then reverse that on the clockwise, going downscale. It would be sprayed around on the land and allowed to dry. And this would leave like a very fine crystalline structure which would help charge up the land organically. This spade was based on Victor Schauberger's agricultural theories. It's a solid oak spade coated with copper. Now, Victor noticed that with the decline of the ancient agricultural methods, like the use of the wooden plow, that there came a concomitant decrease in the fertility of the soil. Now, Victor discovered that this was due to the iron plows that were coming into use, cutting the magnetic lines of the earth, and the earth would lose its charge, the water levels would drop, and Victor felt this was a serious problem that had to be looked into. And in his researches, he discovered that copper, when used on farming implements, greatly increased the fertility of the soil and allowed it to remain rich and moist. and supportive of life.
I want to show you guys a quick update of my copper that I put inside my garden. Look more lively is the best way I can put it. It's only been 2 to 3 days, but they definitely look more lively. I'll try to take pictures now and before and keep you guys updated.
Oh, wow.
Unmarked.
Unmarked. But yeah.
Can hardly tell. Keep
Wow.
your eyes open out there, people.
Wow.
Yeah. That's fucking... It looks like a llama.
You know. Wow, these are so
You can see the ram head for sure.
old.
See, this is why...
How's that work?
So I saw a post by Elon Musk, and it says, if a computer can do everything better than you, does your life have meaning? And then right after that, he said, probably none of us will have a job. And the first thing I thought of was, what the... First of all, I don't like that keeps getting conflated, like that keeps getting put together, right? Like that's all we exist to do is work, right? Computers will replace us, and then none of us will have a job. Computers will replace you, and then you won't have a job. Computers will replace you. You see how they keep doing that? Like you're a slave? So that should tell you how we are perceived, as though we just exist to work. It's subtle, it's almost a dog whistle, and if you don't pay attention to it, you start linking it in your mind as well. That's not what you exist for. Let's list all of the things that machines can do better than me, and yet my life still has meaning. My life has meaning, by the way, because I give my life meaning. But let's go back. I can't fly, but a plane can fly better than me, and yet my life still has meaning. I can paint, but AI can paint better than me, and yet my life still has meaning. I can't run 120 miles per hour. A car can, and yet my life still has meaning. Why are we being programmed subliminally to conflate the two? What does a machine being able to do something, quote unquote, better than humans have to do with our worth, our value, our existence? It's being done intentionally. That's sort of like, let's put it together, right? Right? You're not going to have a job. Is that what we were born on this planet? Is that what we're put here? Is that what we're here for? To just compete with calculators?
Psychological programming, if you ask me. That's all we have for today's video. If you made it this far, go ahead and hit your boy with Super Saturday Banger. When you drop Super Saturday Banger in the comments below, that lets me know you're a real one. You made it all the way through the video. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you for your support. It means the world to me. I love you guys. This was mysterious and scary videos that might just change your reality. I'm Jet Ski Chuck. Till next time.